let's push this thing live and see what happens. Trying to think. I think I have my mic as a source on my stream is starting. Yeah. Alright, so.
And then next week we'll have Uniclear on PC. So.
Yeah, that we will.
I just want to know who they're announcing for Guilty. It's like all I care about right now.
Psst. We
Part
can
of
hear you on your stream.
Oh.
Yes. Fully intentional.
Even during the 15-minute break?
Yes. This is this is the prelude to us starting.
Okay, do you?
Under normal circumstances, I would try and like have this be like distinctly different during like a stream is starting thing, but I'd rather like not mute you during like the interlude of us doing it. So.
I mean, I'm gonna drop out for round 1 probably anyway.
Yeah, I'll at least just
Really commentate while playing a separate match.
I'll at least have you here for like the introduction segment.
Yeah, that's fine.
You see, the real thing that I would like to do for my stream setup is that all of my desktop audio is just on one singular track, and like trying to divide out like the outputs for Discord and Spotify and everything else requires me using like virtual audio mixer software, which is typically iffy at best.
Yeah.
So for the time being, this works as a solution. I'll probably do something a little bit more complex with audio mixing in the future, but right now that's not my top priority.
True that. I think that's reasonable.
The brackets are looking pretty solid though.
Yeah. Street Fighter should probably be kind of long, but we'll see. There's what, 60, 15 bracket? Sakura doesn't have a round 1. It's first. There's only 3 people. Do we even run Tekken? Legitimately don't know. Cause like, as much as I wanna as much as I wanna play grapplers against boots, I don't know if it's worth it to play grapplers against boots.
I mean, it might work. I mean, Al can sometimes make it work.
It's Tekken though.
Oh.
So if he knows his breaks, it's over. If he doesn't get his breaks...
I mean, Al might be able to make it work. He plays like Armor King and King in Tekken.
No, I play King in Tekken.
Oh, so, yeah, so you should be fine.
And I want to play Geese, but I also don't want to spend $8 on Geese. So
Just wait for the season passes and stuff to go on sale.
they like very seldomly do.
I'm very thoroughly aware of that, but I'm just saying.
It's the same with all fighting games. Like, I considered getting Green Blue, and then I realized, wait, I don't even play the current fighting games I own. I don't think I'm gonna touch Green Blue even if I buy it.
That's fair.
It's like Uniclear comes out next week, and I don't know. I'm more excited about that than I am for like all of Grand Blue at this point. Grand Blue's fun from like the little bit I've played it, but
Grand Blue is fun.
I've heard its netcode isn't very good.
So in my experience, the ranked netcode has been mostly positive. The room netcode has been like kind of bad for like pre-established like rooms that you can set up with your friends. However, the regional lobbies are like somewhere in between.
Weird.
It's super weird. I don't quite understand it. Like, I'll play someone from Ohio in like a setup room that I make, and it'll just be bad. But we'll go to a lobby and it's like, oh, this is passable.
Huh. I don't know, man.
I think it was like me and Delpha Moose. I don't think you two have met before. Yeah, we've tried on a couple of different occasions to just get it set up. It just didn't work out. See, we got 3 viewers in the chat. What's good, everybody?
Hello, hello.
We'll be getting started in just a couple minutes. Our TOs are slowly wrapping things up with the brackets, just trying to get everything in order before we get started.
Yeah, if it gets a decent sale, then I'll consider picking it up.
Yeah, I can understand that. Probably won't be for a while though.
Yeah, I think it'll be a pretty long time.
Let me see if I can find out from Corey who we're gonna want to run on stream first. Oh, conveniently enough, Kevin already told me who's gonna be on stream first. It's gonna be Green Ranger and Nekrocalli.
It's like the most even round one match, so it's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, I believe so. So this is Marcus in his element. Like, Marcus online. Listen, I have fought this man online before. It was back when I was still playing Falk. He was playing Zeku. His connection online to me in Akron was blacklist worthy. I can leave it at that.
Oh boy. I feel like that's just the nature of online fighting games at the current moment. Drive's getting rollback.
Drive is getting rollback.
That'll be nice.
We have been blessed by the rollback gods, and now Guilty Gear will have rollback netcode.
It adds itself to the list of such great fighting games as Skullgirls and Mortal
Killer Instinct.
Kombat. And KI. That's true. I don't think I ever really played KI. If I did, I'd play Arbiter, but...
If I did play it seriously, I would play Omen.
I don't know who that is, so I will take your word for it.
Omen was a character that came out, I think he was in like 2nd or 3rd season pass.
I know there's like 3 robots in that game. That's about it.
Yep. Like Fulgore, Kilgore, and Arya.
Omen is a blue demon-looking guy. Made
Yes.
of like lightning or air or something.
Yes, he's got random orbs that he sends out, which are literally random in terms of their movement. They switch between like a couple different like specific patterns.
Is he also a mid-range zoner?
No, he's just like a really like offensive mix-up character.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'd play Arbiter, because I think he just fights people. I'm cool with it.
He fights people, he grapples you, he does all the things, and I forgot to turn off alerts on some of my screens. 102 Gamma, thank you so much for dropping the follow. Alright, I need to actually make sure I turn off that. Actually surprised I got the audio cue for that. Now, 102 Gamma, if I recall correctly, I think he was he a participant in one of our previous brackets by any chance?
Gamma might be in this one. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He was probably in one of the old ones too.
Okay, Corjam is saying that he played last week, which is what I thought. I thought the name sounded familiar.
Yeah. I saw him in bracket, but I don't think I've ever run into him before.
Probably not. We got a couple of new faces in with this series of online tournaments.
Yeah, it's easier to come out for these.
Yep, that's why we had Sebman enter in last week.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. He made it all the way to grand finals and then had to DQ himself from grand finals.
Wait, what?
He made it all the way through the bracket up to grand finals to fight Corey again. And then he had to DQ himself from grand finals because he had to go and do other things. So Corey was the de facto winner by default for last week.
Huh.
But maybe someone in bracket today could give him a little bit more of a challenge.
It's not me.
I'm having a look at the bracket right now, which I will show the chat whenever we get the show started in about 4 or so minutes. But we got a fairly stacked bracket today. things are looking pretty good. I'm seeing.
Yeah,
I'm seeing like
I'd consider to be pretty good are here.
I'm seeing like maybe like 3 or 4 individuals who could possibly take Corjam on in bracket.
Yeah, but I have to beat him twice.
Hmm.
Which is probably gonna be the roughest part.
Alright, so let's see if someone can.
It's one thing to beat Corey once, it's another thing to beat him twice.
That is very true.
And since Hitman isn't here, I don't know.
I'm about to call up Hitman real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, I might take Corjam over the field, I'm not gonna lie. So... Yeah, I probably would take Corjam over the field right now.
Yeah, there's a chance that since Hitman, yeah, I think that Vitality can do it. Among a couple other people who have like proven that they can beat Corey in bracket before. I think there's a couple people here that can beat him.
So I'm gonna assume he can.
Well, the glorious thing about CFN is we actually look up Mr. DavidSwoops.
Oh yeah, we have everyone CFN. Your numbers up.
So let's see. So looking, or no, I don't think it's like DavidSwoops. I think it's Is it Swoop or Swoop?
It's DavidSwoops.
Okay, so it is plural. So DavidSwoops is an Ultra Diamond Abigail player.
Oh no.
Which we had we had a decent bit of an Abigail presence last week, and we also have the presence of another follower, Mr. Mostafles. Thank you so much for dropping a follow. I swear to God, I had these like, I don't know why the alerts are showing right now, but thank you so much for dropping the follow. I also see that we got Mr. 8-Bit Sweater in the chat. What's good, my man?
Don't say anything.
Is it actually okay? So is it actually visibly being shown on stream, or like the alerts and stuff?
Yeah.
Dang it!
I mean, it's kind of whatever.
I don't really know. I actually don't know. Huh? Streamlabs is saying that they're invisible.
TOing but not participating or streaming is unfortunately not done.
Maybe it's because I didn't transition it over. That might be why.
Yes. Okay.
Just helping pen night. All right. Cool. 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 Cool.
Oh wait, so it's not Tekken. Or wait, it's not Apollo who's in the top of Tekken bracket. Who is that?
Is there a name in the Tekken bracket that you don't recognize?
GDX stuff.
GDX stuff. Can't quite say that I'm familiar with anyone in the Tekken.
Sounds familiar, but not familiar enough.
All right. Well, we are getting pretty close to getting things started here, so I'm going to call in our players in question.
Yeah, I will probably drop out for now. But we'll see.
And then you can just come back on commentary whenever you're ready.
Pretty much. That's how I kind of plan to at the moment.
Green Ranger 64.
Yep, okay. So we're getting started for Street Fighter, so I'll be back once I'm out.
Yep.
Talk to you then.
All right. All right. Seems like we can finally get things started. All right, what's good, everybody? It is your commentator for today, Shaolin Pretzels, and welcome once again to our second rendition of Dragon Punch Online, Ohio's currently central focused online tournament to make up for the fact that we can't go to locals. I am, as I said, I will be commentating the stream matches today for our SF5 bracket. Nekrocalli, you will not be fighting me, so I'm not really so sure what you're doing right now. So basically, the way how this tournament will work, we've had a challenge bracket open for quite a while, gathering together some of Ohio's fighting game talent together to face off in this new weekly tournament series that we're doing. So to give you guys a real quick idea about what the bracket is looking like, we got a fairly stacked order here today. We got Green Ranger versus Nekrocalli, which will be our very first match on stream for today, and we also have Swoop versus Town Crier, BigBoots versus Gamma, Ultimate Vitality versus Blaze, Lordblacksage versus Durzo2209, Mr. Mostafles versus Otaku Gracie, THTB 614 versus OCD 2 Sweet, and then Corjam, who just has a bye. Corjam, our previous reigning champion from last week, has a little bit more competition today. He has another one of his SFL competitors, much like last week, in Mr. Ultimate Vitality. So hopefully that makes for an interesting turn of events. And it seems like Nekrocalli has left, even though we do need him for his tournament match. So Nekrocalli, I will need him back like now. So let me send those two their invites again. So we got Green Ranger 64 and Nekrocalli. We got glorious TOs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fill in for Ian on commentary for now.
All right, so
this match.
All right, so we got Corjam over here on commentary. Last week's champion.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, so we're gonna have what, Nekrocalli versus Green Ranger?
Yes, yep. Gonna be our first match for today. 102 Gamma. It is going to be first to two for every match going up to winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals. And then once we get to all of those finals, those matches will be first to three. So now we are just very patiently waiting on Green Ranger. And as soon as he arrives, we can get this show started.
I'm not surprised. It's Marcus holding up the bracket.
Yeah, it's happened before. It will happen again. Let me... Oh, no. Okay. Let me check the Battle Lounge settings real quick. I do have character select on, so just wanted to make sure I had that in order.
I can't remember if these two played at the last,
Downright Fears?
yeah, at the last Downright Fears.
I
think
don't...
they missed each other.
They might have just missed each other.
I feel like they've probably played at least once. They tend to be at the same monthlies.
Of course, yeah. So I can...
So I just talked to Green Ranger. He's looking for his controller.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's holding his
dear.
child, so he doesn't know where to put
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I'll forgive him for that.
He's a family man. Our glorious TO Kevin, making sure that we don't DQ Green Ranger round one. Welcome to the Ohio FTC, everybody.
His kid probably hid it from him. I don't think he's old enough to be able to do that yet.
To be able to hide things?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got our man.
There we go.
So I'm going to go to the back of the queue, and I'm also going to reverse these names because these two are not in the order that I have them set out to be playing.
Not sure who Green Ranger is going to play. It's probably going to be Zeku, but I know he likes to mess around with Blanca as well.
Yep. Take this out of studio mode so that way we can get like instant updates for these. But yeah. We're getting started right now, going into the first match of winners round 1 of Dragon Punch Online number 2.
It's good to see everyone, just about everyone, come back for second week.
Yep, seems like everyone had a fairly decent time. People seem to enjoy themselves. It wasn't too much of a blow up. The lag wasn't too much of a factor. It's great. Alright, looks like we're getting started right now. Both players sticking with their pre-selected options. Nekrocalli opting to play Alex versus Green Ranger Zeku on the tournament banned Flamenco Tavern stage, but neither of them are playing Vega, so it's fine.
Not picking training stage in 2020. Crazy.
I mean, this is Nekrocalli's decision. He had the power to choose.
I don't know if Alex has a good answer to deal with Zeku's flip. I'd have to imagine Lariat gets it though. But I don't know how reactable it is for Alex.
He might be able to also respond to it with a EX air knees.
That would be a little bit harder to do unless he can cross-cut it.
Possibly. And we see him respond with said move right now. Nekrocalli going into a very solid crush counter combo. Doesn't opt to keep the corner there. Nekrocalli reversing with the EX air knees again. Almost gets a throw punish.
The punish. Wake up, knee. Nekrocalli's crazy.
Round 2.
Just one look at this man's roster can just tell you the zaniness in this man's decisions. My man plays Alex. He plays Urien.
F.A.N.G as well. Ooh, good block on the DP.
Yep.
That was actually really good.
Ooh, a very smart jump back from Green Ranger to avoid the stun gun.
Or Alex can just anti-air jab.
Very smart bait from Nekrocalli.
Another bait. Wake up P. Marcus staying true to Marcus fashion where he's either going to V-reversal or immediately DP. And Nekrocalli takes the first game. Quite dominantly.
Very dominantly.
Round 1. Fight.
Now, Green Ranger is an opponent that you can't quite defeat by being rational.
You just have to be patient. Let him come to you.
Just
Take
don't
your offense wisely.
try to get in his head.
Ooh, that was a nice little jump setup. That was probably a safe jump too.
Possibly.
Oh, and a point. Should be it.
Round 2.
Nekrocalli taking it with a very convincing round 1. He is now on set point.
Ooh, Nekrocalli with the random dash up knee. Probably not a more paired player, but
A lot of
good jab to check the dash.
ooh, crush counter lariat.
Get much off of it. Wow, dash up knee to catch the jump back. Just barely in range.
Into the toss. Just does the raw overhead into a throw.
That was a meaty overhead. Wow. I think he got comboed after that.
Could he really? Very interesting response to the EX/elbow. Green Ranger reversing it with a CA.
Nekrocalli's going quite handy. Mostly working out. Still need to jump like get out of EX. You usually have to read it. It's really hard to react to that, but Nekrocalli fights back with another dash up the EX knee to catch the jump back.
And this might kill. Yep. Nekrocalli taking it with the parry, confirm into EX command grab.
Alex wins.
Nekrocalli taking it 2-0 over Mr. Green Ranger.
I have to say I'm actually a little surprised. I thought Marcus would have taken that one, but Nekrocalli managed to clutch it out. Performed quite well in that match.
Indeed he did. Alright, so with that match all said and done, let's transition back over to the bracket and see how things are looking right now. From the looks of it, Swoop took his match over Towncrier 2-0. BigBoots taking it over Gamma 2-0. Lordblacksage taking it over Durzo 2-0. And THTB 614 has taken it over Too Sweet 2-0. A lot of very dominant performances in the first round of winners.
That's usually the case because first round always has the most drastic. So it's not unexpected.
I suppose so. So now we are just waiting on Ultimate Vitality versus Blaze, and then we can move on to the next round of winners.
Which, honestly, I think neither of those players are actually. So, Lordblacksage might get a bye in the second round.
Still gotta get Ultimate Vitality here. Okay, so let's see. Who would we like to have on stream next?
Check chat.
Yes, sir.
Check chat. Oh, it's gonna be Swoops and BigBoots on stream.
Swoop and BigBoots. All right, I will get them invited in just a moment.
I believe these two have played before, but I don't think it's been for a year.
I'm not sure. I'm you, sir, go away. Okay. Let's see. Let's invite Mr. BigBoots and Mr. DavidSwoops. Let's see. Right, everything has been properly updated.
So I don't know if BigBoots is going to be trying, but if he is, he's going to be sure. David, I think, only plays Abigail. It's going to be a pretty gormless match, either way.
As we can expect from these men's characters.
Let's do this.
No Crown King, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, so we're moving into the match. BigBoots opting to play his signature G versus DavidSwoops. Going with Mecha Abigail. BigBoots trying to neutral jump the giant flip, doesn't quite succeed. David's got BigBoots locked into the corner. Ooh, Swoops armors through the EX dash under. BigBoots trying to get his offense going, but Swoops is just keeping this man locked in the corner. Sets up the tire. The tire stops G's flip.
That is messed up.
It's... I'm not gonna say it's right.
Alright, well, Swoops is about to be in a guess for game situation, please.
Guess for game. Close to stun. Just opts for the CA. Is that gonna kill? Yes, it is.
Round 2.
I guess the BigBoots didn't want to set things up for the stun. He just wanted to make sure that this man died as quickly as feasibly possible. BigBoots opting for the power up instead of the Oki, and unfortunately loses said power up very quickly. So BigBoots attempting to play.
That tire is something else.
It's
Granted, Abigail can't really use it freely against.
wait, what?
Got a well, wow, this
He just crouched jab, got through the armor, and switched sides. So G
again, we go with that tire. Abigail can't just throw it freely, but he gets to, instead of taking OP on the setups, he gets to throw it out that play, which is arguably much better.
Final round.
yeah, BigBoots trying to challenge that string. It gets punished by the ensuing Abigail hypercharge.
BigBoots waking up with the jab jab, and it worked out.
Just a smash over. Tries to hit up with the crouching leg kick on Oki, but gets beat by the
One thing
armor
that
Abigail.
makes Swoops quite unique among the Abigails is he will do a lot of Abigail sand to a back roll instead of going for an attack, which is kind of good if your opponent's not ready for it, which most aren't, because they're expecting, wow, use the armor to get through the back grab.
Very
That flip is +2. You really want to be sure that you interrupt it on reaction. It's usually pretty easy if you get a crush counter ready.
So with that, DavidSwoops takes this first game in what I see as being a very heavily contested match so far.
It's really a matchup about control. Who can keep the other gorilla caged?
Yep.
That's what it's going to come down to. Oh, and because Abigail's a tall body, G gets an instant overhead combo. Wow, that crush barely worked out. G was going to grab.
Is he gonna set up for a command throw? Nope.
Oh, and using the tire to make all that safe.
That's just dirty. Gets the guard crush.
Oh no. Okay.
That's disgusting.
Wow. I have no that.
I am disturbed. Ooh, the G command grab gets to the tire.
Yeah, that's really what you want to do. Some characters that, if you have a forward-moving armor move, you want to do that, or you can just, if you're quick enough, you can usually dash up and grab, which is really good because the grab animation will let you avoid the tire completely usually.
The tire really messing with BigBoots' conversions. He's not able to quite get his damage output out there. Swoops with a back throw.
Right there, on that last wake up, BigBoots, I'm pretty sure could have woken up the X Smash Leader and would have connected and stopped the tire from coming out.
Ooh, BigBoots with the side switch, but unfortunately, which was the command grab that came up afterwards.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
That could have been it if,
That could have been a very unfortunate trade on the side of BigBoots. Alright, so BigBoots has got the corner. What's he gonna opt for? Crouching jab again, but doesn't quite pull it off. It ends with
The
a...
backdash. So the backdash in the corner is an underrated option, I think. I don't know if he backdashes just held down back. But regardless, when you backdash in the corner, you set yourself up to get air reset off of a lot of meaties, and it might mess up your opponent's frame trap, allowing you to take your turn back. It's giving up a little health for a lot of opportunity, but could get crush countered as a result, so that's the risk right there.
It's a very unfortunate circumstance.
And did our TO say I'm on stream next?
I'm looking in the SF5 tournament chat right now, and not seeing anything as of right now. But Marcus came back. So while Corjam quickly checks to see who is going to be on stream right now.
Yeah, it's me and Nekrocalli, which
Okay.
means I'm gonna hop out of commentary for the time being.
All right. And I'm gonna see if I can get Mr. Town Crier back in the chat real quick. Let's see. I'm assuming that Koresh is playing from his typical PC account. Alright, so we got Corjam in the lounge and Nekrocalli, the champion of last week. Versus the man who's here to challenge him. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna move to the back of the queue. And these two are some very unsportsmanlike conduct in the in-game chat.
Who's being unsportsmanlike? That's my job.
Corjam and Nekrocalli's little encounter in the their little encounter in the in the in-game chat.
Yeah. Can you invite me to that? Or
Yeah, I just sent out an invite.
okay. I'll be on 1 second. This is like the one game I have that crashes when I tab out. Everything else runs fine.
I'm actually quite surprised about that.
This game hates being tapped out. By me.
Have you gotten into the lounge?
Do I have to search for it?
Round one.
It should be in your invitations. So anyway, moving right into this recent match, we have Corjam opting for his signature Laura, not gonna opt for like experimenting with Seth again. He's feeling very confident he could just demolish Nekrocalli, which he proves right now with a perfect in the first round.
Ding ding! I took this.
Round two. Fight.
So this is a matchup that happens virtually every time that these two are in a tournament together.
Right there.
Seems like for this attempt, Nekrocalli is opting to go with his F.A.N.G. He's showing off what he's got. So Nekrocalli doing a little bit of work, trying to set things up so that way he can keep Laura out as much as possible, but doesn't quite succeed, and Corjam manages to set up for it.
Nekrocalli's
Lara
falling feels like
wins.
it has decent offensive pressure, but Corey's just not pressing any buttons. So he's just running into the block every time.
Corey's playing it very patiently. He's looking for gaps in Nekrocalli's pressure.
Can you invite me before they start?
It's go.
I will do that real quick.
Okay.
So it seems like these two are gonna opt for another. They're gonna opt for a character change on the side of Nekrocalli. I'm gonna move myself into the back of the queue as soon as you get in. All right. All right. So
Nekrocalli plays a couple different characters, so
he has a F.A.N.G, he has an Alex, and he has a Urien. Those are the characters that he's.
Alex, Urien. To a lesser extent, still a Nekrocalli.
To some extent in Nekrocalli. Is anyone really in Nekrocalli main now?
If we count that Nick still plays Street Fighter.
Nick does not play Street Fighter. He's a Guilty Gear man now. I haven't even heard from
I
Nick.
also don't play Street Fighter.
I haven't heard from Nick in the longest. Mr. President, if you're hearing us right now, please come back. We miss you.
Man's on the grind. He's gotta get a job in this corona-forsaken world.
Round one. Fight.
So,
Battle the grapplers.
Battle of the Grapplers. Now, I can't recall how Corey feels about this particular matchup. In general, whenever he says that he has to fight Laura versus some other grappler, he's typically not a fan of it.
I definitely think Laura's the better character, but I also think that Corey legitimately doesn't enjoy a single matchup in this game. And
I'm thoroughly convinced that he doesn't, although he's making a really good showing right now, building a little bit of meter before he finishes off Nekrocalli with another command grab.
Yeah.
Ding ding! I
This.
took this round.
It's a very strong showing from Corjam so far.
Fight.
I mean, I feel like online only makes the Laura stronger. I'm not gonna lie.
In some cases, it would make the Alex stronger too.
Yeah, whoever has more pressure is buffed by the lag. That like extra frame or whatever makes all of Laura's true.
Oh man, that stamina punch snuffing Alex's EX option. He was probably going for slash elbow, but he just got beat. That is very unfortunate.
The advantage, but it doesn't take long for Corey to establish the pace.
It's really hard. It's really difficult to stop Corey whenever he like gets himself going. Like Corey's pressure will force you to spend one of your resources in order to get out of it.
He got the jump and 8 damage immediately afterwards. No.
Corjam with the read and the solid neutral jump punish, finishing off the game
Lara
and the
wins.
set 2-0.
Got the EX jumping, but like nothing else. Feels bad. Are we just doing best of 5 for grands, or how are we doing it?
We're doing best 3 out of 5 for winners, finals, losers finals, and grand finals.
Okay. So where are we in bracket now? Is Corey in winners finals?
According to the brackets, Corjam and DavidSwoops have to play each other in winners round 3, and then the winner of that goes into winners semis. And then looking a little bit further down into the bracket, we got a whole lot more Street Fighter to go through.
I don't think I've ever seen Corey play against an Abigail that wasn't Al's.
It'll prove to be a very interesting experience.
Yeah. I feel like it's not. I don't know. I don't know who's even an advantage in this matchup. I feel like it's gotta be Laura.
I feel like that's
I think Laura's a better all-around character, but I also think that Abigail's keep is just really strong.
probably true. According to our glorious TO, we got THTB 614 PC versus Mr. Mostafles.
So we have Dante versus Mostafles.
Yes, we do.
I will dox them first name. I'm sorry, it's just the way it goes. I'm not saying that. How do you drop to the back? I don't know how to do that.
You press the sub menu button and then you go to back of queue.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Mostafles, last time I saw him play, he was an Akuma. I assume he still is.
He's still playing a decent bit of Akuma. All right, so let's see.
Pretzels, you're in first. Mostafles is about to play you.
I am very much aware of that. These two are being very impatient and not giving me enough time to actually set up the names and everything.
Let's do this.
THT is what? Something Tony Baker?
That's what it ended up being memed as. It was originally like that huggable teddy bear, and then it was like the holy Tony Baker afterwards.
Wait, that's so much better. What? The holy Tony Baker. Yep, there's the Akuma. So the battle of the pretty much Shotos.
The battle of the Shotos.
Akuma, the cheaty
Round
one.
one.
And
Fight.
Sakura, the one without an invincible reversal.
Hey, listen, man. These characters have won Evos.
I mean, that's technically Jury has too. I don't know.
It's more a testament to the players in some cases rather than others. But Mr. Mostafles, very. In my opinion, I don't think enough people in the Ohio FGC give Mostafles enough credit. At the last Equalizer that I attended, he was able to like make it to grand finals against Hitman, and he fought against some very competent competition in A2 Brandon, among a couple of other very well-known players in the Ohio FGC.
I'd say it's a combination of him not really traveling out of his hometown as much, and the fact that people are probably still a bit salty from Season 4 Akuma.
Well, that could be a possibility.
Definitely consider Mr. Mostafles to be one of probably not one of like the top tier of Ohio Street Fighter players, but like right afterwards.
I feel like we need like a proper Ohio rankings in order to figure out the adequate strength of many of our players.
I mean, the tier list is just like what? It's Hitman and Corjam,
Sebman, and then David, True God.
David when he plays the game.
David when he plays the game, but it's looking like THTB is trying to mix up that tier list a little bit, taking the game over Mr. Mostafles
Yeah,
with
Sakura
2 straight rounds.
feels like he didn't get that. Feels like Akuma never really got going. Like he was able to find some decent openings, but
Round
THTB able to apply a pretty good amount of pressure. They're just running right back into it.
No character switches. I don't believe that these characters like have any other subs that they're comfortable at playing at a tournament level.
I don't think so. I think Mostafles is one of the few Northwest Ohio players where I can't name like 2 or 3 characters they play.
And I believe that THTB has only dabbled with a couple of characters upon like a DLC release, but never really stuck with them outside of Sakura.
Yeah, I think it's just... He's more than happy to just be a Sakura player. It served him pretty well.
So it's looking like a very evenly contested exchange between both of our opponents.
Oh no.
THTB clutching it out with the crouching medium kick, setting it up for a set point against Mr. Mostafles. Mostafles had some very solid pressure going in that second round.
Yeah.
It's just that THTB was really good about finding a gap in set pressure.
Yeah, he's just not... He's not able to maintain it long enough to close out these games.
A particular thing about THTB's style of play is that he will very often fish for crush counters in the neutral, and that's where a lot of his, I guess, pressure kind of like comes from.
He's just so comfortable with Sakura's counter. He's able to get like pretty good damage off of every single one of those crush counters.
Very solid neutral jump punish into the V-skill palm by Mr. Mostafles. Ooh, very nice sweep punish that established some Oki.
I'm not able to really get anything off the Ogre. 70 back disadvantage.
Not sure if I'm a fan of him spending the VT1 fireballs to get over Sakura's fireball. He does shorten up his jump arc a little bit, which... Oh, wow, that was a very solid air-to-air combo.
It's close.
But Mostafles brings it all back with a single crouching medium kick confirm.
Critical Art able to
Final
take him out there.
Fight.
Mostafles almost with the whiff punish on THB's round start up fireball. Ooh.
He's getting just a bit ahead of himself.
There's quite a bit of dropped inputs on both sides.
Oh no, the air grab. I'm pretty sure it's not death, but
One more exchange will do it. THB going for a shimmy.
straight hit. No punish for the Tatsu. Good damage.
Both characters really have decent amount of resources to bring everything back, but THTB finishes it off with a standing short. THTB taking it 2-0 over Mr. Mostafles.
Light kick is deadly now.
Light kick.
Light kick. Yeah, good showing. Good showing from Nante. It's good pressure.
It's go time.
Should also mention that it's not it for either of these players. THTB obviously continuing it on in the winner side of the bracket, but Mostafles still has a chance to rise up through the losers bracket. So we hope to see a little bit more of Mostafles in the coming matches. I'm just gonna take a look at the bracket real quick, or not the bracket, the Discord chat, and see who it is that we're gonna want next on stream.
Okay, so BigBoots got beat by Swoop. So it's Corjam, Swoop, and
Speaking of Corjam Swoop, that's the match we're gonna be running next.
yeah, this is the beginning of top 8 winners side. Yeah, 4 players left in winners. Corjam versus Swoop will be the first of the 2. Yeah, and on the other side of winners, we have Lordblacksage and THTB 614. So I don't know. I don't know Lordblacksage. I don't think.
Lordblacksage was in last week's bracket. He had a very solid showing, made it pretty far. I want to say he placed 4th.
Do you know what character he plays?
I'm trying to think. We had a ton of Uriens last week, so I want to say he plays Urien. I could be wrong.
Okay, so it'd be Urien versus Sakura, and what I assume is Laura versus Abigail. That's our top 8 winners side.
It could very well be Laura versus Abigail. I'm not sure if Corey prefers another character for the Abigail matchup besides Laura. He could go for Seth. He could be the people's champ and play Seth, but no, he's going to play Laura because Corey's lame.
Laura, I feel like Laura's definitely better online. So
Corey, I'd imagine that Corey's just a little bit more confident in his Laura.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe
in first round of grand finals, we might see something different before that night.
Perhaps. There's a chance Corey might mess around a little bit.
I think there's too many good players in this tournament that he's worried about for him to take one of his less practiced options. It seems to be the right choice so far. These punches, falls in the tire.
Oh man, the tire even covering Corjam trying to jump over.
Tire just just does so much for this character. Yep, that's death.
That's one thing that DavidSwoops has shown in his match against BigBoots earlier on stream, just how much command and control he can get over the match just with that single tire.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me our entire match. It's a weird option.
It's a tool that commands respect in the neutral.
Yeah, it's really good, especially that. Oh,
So Corjam starting to get his pressure going, not giving him much room to try and send out another tire, with the exception of him throwing out another EX Abigail punch, which Corey responds in kind with an EX elbow.
but he's back inside. That should be it. Yep. There
Yep.
It is.
Crouching short tick throw into command grab. It works.
Final round.
Yeah, everything's true online.
Everything is nothing has ever been more true.
The netcode seems slightly better for this game, but it's still not great.
Let's hope that the matchmaking patch that will be coming in just 3 days will change things up a little bit. We can only hope. So Corey gets through the tire thanks to the invincibility of the command grab animation.
It's punches. The tire's been called.
Corey just respects the tire, just sits back and blocks it, sends out a projectile of his own. So Corjam managing to close the gap, get a little bit of his offense going, lands a crush counter flip, lands with another flip, gets short into elbow, goes for a stun. And that'll be the first game for Corjam.
That was close.
It was very evenly contested.
Yeah, able to get the blender out off of a single bolt pretty much, but
Abigail is a character that requires you to maintain his madness.
yeah.
Like if you're not playing a character that you can use to completely contain Abigail's options, you're going to get absolutely steamrolled.
Yeah, you have to be able to keep up with the pace.
Or you're just going up with just like dash up command grab.
Called it tire at the first moment. I almost feel like Swoops wasn't ready.
Or you're just playing it patient, just crouching onto the giant flip. He didn't care. Didn't want to anti-air it, didn't want to try and interrupt it, just crouch under it. So Swoops?
It's the EX punch. Back in the blender he goes.
So Swoops now has a single bar meter. He tried to interrupt that sequence with an EX Abigail punch, but wasn't quite able to make it through Corjam's pressure. Corjam making it through to set point.
We're able to get the grab to punish them. Call the tire.
Ooh,
Good damage from that. Like how
oh, the
Abigail
reverse.
falls out when he's going back. Makes him feel more honest.
Nothing about these characters are honest.
There's no good honest character. Especially in this game.
Ooh, Corey with a solid interruption on the giant flip with the stand medium kick.
Good start.
Getting the blender going. Almost got the stun. Was he gonna do an Oki? Goes for another stand medium kick. Stand medium kick. So Swoops setting up for the VT2. You can't escape.
Final round.
Slams his chest into the wall.
So both players being very patient in how they approach the third round.
Patience is pretty much what Swoops wants. Anytime Laura's not chopping him to bits, it's good for him.
Win condition.
That was close.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. That's a dead Laura. So DavidSwoops taking it for game number 2, tying up the set 1-1.
Abigail's like,
Abigail
oh,
wins.
easy. You can't blend tires, they're too big. The material's awful, it'll destroy the blades. Let's match up 60-40 Abigail for that alone.
We need an industrial blender.
Will it blend? The answer is no.
Round 1.
Alright, moving to set 3.
Shirt off. Look at that robot.
I actually didn't know that the costume code did that.
I had no idea this costume was kind of coded, so...
Even if a bunch of these costumes didn't have the code at launch, they eventually went back and added some of the codes later.
I do not... Yeah, I don't use any of the costumes with codes. I guess... Yeah, that's true. Pressure. Slam.
You really gotta respect the VT2 from Abigail whenever he does a sequence. Any confirm into a special can just be canceled right into the VT2. But Corjam was ready after the first instance.
Yeah,
What's-
after being swatted out of the air by him twice, able to get over it. Already in at the beginning. He's trying to close this out quick.
You don't.
Because Abigail has the bar advantage.
As Sun Tzu once said, nothing can be gained from prolonged conflict. That cannot be more true than against this character. You want Abigail to die, and you want him to die fast.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really hard for Swoops to get his opponent to beat himself, as Sun Tzu would also recommend. Corey's been online Laura as long as there's been online and Laura.
And both appear to be going out stupendously well for him. Corjam taking it 2-1 over DavidSwoops. That was a very close match.
Really good in game 2.
That was a really close match.
Like game 2 he looked great, but I feel like by game 3 Corey was just... he was done.
Corey had just figured it out.
He didn't care how hard it was to blend, he was gonna make it work.
So looking at the bracket real quick, that puts Corjam into winners semis. Swoops is...
That puts him in winners finals.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The way how Challenge has things set, it's a little bit different. That's actually winners finals.
Yep, guaranteed 3rd place? Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, 3rd place.
Yeah.
The bottom, yeah, so... rounding out our top 8 losers side is BigBoots versus Nekrocalli, which happened and BigBoots won.
Yep.
And then Gamma the Ibuki versus winner Mostafles and Green Ranger.
So I'm just gonna have a look at the chat real quick. We're gonna be having THTB 614 and Lordblacksage on stream.
Alright, yeah, I haven't gone to see Blacksage play.
So we're getting that other side of winner side of top 8.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, what is Lordblacksage's PSN? Struggle Kid. All right.
Yeah, we get to see THTB 614 PCs. Sakura play against what you have me prepared to believe will be a Urien.
If my memory is correct, and I could also be very wrong.
That is a G, but it is level 0.
That is very true.
Level 17. Never mind.
That is.
Glitch for me for a minute. So I need to move to the back.
So with that, I'm gonna move to the back of the queue, and these two can right on ahead. Or Blacksage playing
if that's the case.
or Blacksage playing G could be a bit of a ruse. 86 driver, my Saturday's going just fantastic.
You have to feel like THT would have pretty good G matchup knowledge. Considering at this point, he's probably played Boots as many times as anyone, but
I'd imagine that all of us are fairly competent in the G matchup as of this point.
as long as you're not including me, the answer is probably yes. But no, you were right. There's the Urien.
Yep, the G was all an elaborate ruse.
Absolutely.
Going with one half of the Illuminati. Lordblacksage.
This is my favorite character to watch, so I'm pretty excited. I like Urien a lot. He's really cool in this game.
So Urien Season 5, the meta's changed just a little bit. Most Uriens I've been seeing have preferred the V-Skill 2 in virtually every single matchup. No one even like bothers with the armor anymore. Just to benefit.
I think he have a new lease of life. I think it made him probably one of the top picks in this new season. That one with the matchups he had a hard time getting here. Oh no.
A very unfortunate with EXDP. It's one of the only few that can actually get crush counted from Sakura.
Have good damage there.
Ooh, throw on the V reversal. Solid read by THTB. Goes for the shimmy. Struggle Kid gets the EX headbutt, but doesn't quite kill off of the conversion into tackle. Then he gets a throw.
That was close.
Round 2.
Well, as their ranks indicate, they are very close in skill. Rank's not always an indication of how good a certain player is, but in this case, it appears to be true.
Yeah, definitely looks about as close as it would determine.
8-bit sweater. This is actually a really good Sakura for you guys to watch. It's THTB, very solid Sakura. I've been playing the character for, I'd imagine, since Sakura came out in season 2? Not season 2, season 3.
Dante is looking for those 114 ranks that Struggle Kid has over him.
Yes.
He's gunning for it.
My man is ready to close those ranks. Doesn't quite get a conversion off that crouching minion kick into Tatsu.
Oh no! Yeah, going for the big fireball, but that's not...
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, V-Skill 2 Fireball from Urien is a very solid tool for zoning, and it actually leads to some very interesting combo conversions if used in corner combo situations.
This character has... It feels like one of the more creative combo routes. It feels like he can do a bunch of things, especially once he has his feature.
The combo variety that you can get with Urien can be very, very insane. It's all a matter of getting those opportunities, but it looks like the THTB is not giving Lordblacksage that opportunity.
No. Corner. EXCB will get him right back out.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lordblacksage respond with an EX headbutt in kind in just a couple moments.
Damage.
Gets to confirm. Crouching mean kick into Aegis. Doesn't quite get a full conversion off of it. Sets up the Aegis to protect himself and set up for another V-Skill 2 Fireball. Sakura gets clipped on the jump in.
Those lows. Oh, able to get it.
Clutching it out with the crouching jab.
Urien wins.
That was really close.
Lordblacksage takes the first game. 1-0.
Round 1.
Alright, so moving on to round 2. And just like that, THTB already has the corner. The power of V-Skill 2.
Yeah, good damage out of all that. It's the positioning that's really the reward there.
So Lordblacksage trying to work his way back out to mid-screen. Seems like THTB is going to make that a little bit easier for him.
This looks like a much more confident Sakura than the last game.
First game's always data.
Yeah, the Aegis will take the confidence right back out pretty quick.
I like the decision to go for up ages, prevents THTB from being incentivized to jump out. Also disincentivizes him from doing an up fireball as well. It'll just get reflected right back at him.
Oh!
Very solid lockdown by Lordblacksage.
That was so smart.
That was commanding control of the corner.
Sorry.
Back in the corner, Dante's starting out with all the pressure he needs.
Yeah, THTB getting a lot of mileage off of this offensive sequence. Almost, I took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say almost stun, but THTB gets the stun. Moving on to set point against Lordblacksage.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah. Well, set defense point. Blacksage needs one round to take it. Dante trying to force game 3.
That's very true. Fireball wars, and it seems like THTB has come out on top. As Lordblacksage in the corner, set up for Oki. We got EX reversals on both sides. Both players spending all the resources that they have to just try and either keep the opponent in the corner or keep them out of the corner. Blacksage plays it patient, waits for a potentially another.
Just made by the fireball. That seemed like probably not the best time to use it. I guess any time's as good as it. To game 3 we go.
Game 3 we go. THTB putting one on the board.
Right. Feels like Sakura's getting a lot of the early pressure that she wants. Pretty much getting to corner the first 15 seconds of the round every time.
Fight.
Good work is being done.
I think that crouching medium punch was trying to answer from used to be the early pressure. The lag was not kind to him.
The lag was.
You able to get out with EX. Spend some meter. Fireball ages.
It's a solid conversion.
He needs damage and pressure here.
Ooh, doesn't quite get the conversion that he needs to lock THTB down in the corner with another Aegis setup. No anti-air from Blacksage.
That doesn't happen, he takes to the air himself.
There's the anti-air.
Ooh, and this time he gets the pressure for himself. So close to stun.
So close to stun. V reversals to reduce the stun just a little bit. Clashes with the fireballs on both his scenarios. Goes for a throw. Backdash is anticipating another EX headbutt. Very smart call on THTB's part.
I think he called for V skill 2 there.
Really intense footsies exchange. Trade on the anti-air.
He has no health.
Next to no health. Nothing but a V gauge and a dream. And Blacksage gets it with the jab anti-air. We still got those. Season 5. We're moving on to last game, last round. THTB versus Lordblacksage.
Starting off with the EX knees. Fireball out.
Stand fierce. Into tackle. Okay. Into another EX tackle, because why not?
Got the meter, might as well use it. Not gonna be able to save it.
Doesn't quite go for a DP after that V skill 2 roll. Didn't want to extend all those resources.
About even on life.
About even on life. About even on resources.
Oh, and he just barely gets enough of that out. That's
THTB with the whiff punish. And THTB nailing it with the air-to-air. Taking this game over Lordblacksage.
yeah, able to bring the set back. Getting the reverse 2-0.
That was a close match.
That was super close. That's probably worth the 114 rank difference, not gonna lie.
THTB made up the difference in points. Taking that game.
Finals. THTB versus Corjam.
THTB versus Corjam. Let's see what match will be up next on stream for you guys.
Should be. Okay, Mr. Mostafles beat Green Ranger, so top 8 was Corjam versus Swoop, Blacksage versus THTB. Still up and coming, we have Mr. Mostafles versus Gamma. BigBoots beat Nekrocalli. So in winners finals, we have Corjam versus THTB.
That we do.
We have Lordblacksage now fighting against Boots for not losers finals, the stage right before losers quarters. And on the other side, we will have Swoop versus the winner of Mostafles and Gamma.
Alright, so I've just received the call to change the lounge settings over to first to 3 because our next match on stream will be winners finals. THTB once again will be facing off against Corjam. The coveted
Sakura's getting plenty of screen time.
And
indeed pretty good the entire time. So
that he has. So I'm just gonna get a couple things situated here and there, and we'll get going. So this is winners final, so this will be a first to 3 set.
yeah, expect to probably see Laura versus Sakura. Unless I'm pretty sure Corey and THTB have played about as much as anyone in the Cleveland scene, probably.
Just about.
Corjam might have some secret tech, maybe a different character, but I expect to see the Laura here.
We can expect more or less the same from Corjam. Probably just gonna consistently rocking it out with Laura throughout most of the tournament.
Pretty sure Laura and Seth is pretty much all he's played since the patch came out.
He's played a little bit of Ed in casuals, but he hasn't really like spiced things up in bracket by playing Ed.
And he's I don't think I've seen the Kage period.
Kage's been virtually dropped. He has it, but he's probably not gonna play Kage.
Yeah.
I would have laughed so hard if Corey just picked Kage right now.
I think Kage being good low-key makes Corey want to play him less.
Corey can't play good characters.
No, he's playing one of the best. He's playing a pretty good one right now. Capcom winner and buffed immediately afterwards, as his tradition.
As his tradition.
The only thing you could do to make this character better is give her a gun.
You know, straight up be murking fools.
But short range bolt is about all you're gonna get. Oh, good beat reverse.
Give the Brazilian girl that 0-frame projectile.
It's a solid one, and it's got the multiple hits, so it's able to deal with some of Sakura's.
Well, yeah.
Oh, able to connect with the throw.
So this is the matchup that Corey is very comfortable playing. These two actually did play each other recently in, I think in like roughly the same position, possibly even grand finals at Downright Fierce. Oh, that shimmy! Okay.
You're trying to get too special with it.
Ooh, Corey with the whiff command throw.
Only take the grab so many times.
Sensei Corjam following his own advice, but that won't save him. So THTB taking round 2.
Round around, about even in the resources.
Now, as I was saying before, these two did play each other very recently in grand finals of the last Downright Fierce that we had in Parma. THTB did take it over Corjam, but Corjam was also playing Seth in that tournament. So the amount of confidence that THTB might have in beating this man is probably a little bit less so than what it was before. And Corjam taking the first game of his winners final set, 1-3.
disgusting.
Fair and balanced character, man.
What a
Fair and
player.
balanced. Fair and balanced character.
You'll just get so much damage in this game. It's not quite Tekken where you mess up when your opponent has Rage Art and you die, but it's starting to get there.
It's getting close.
Each season has trended closer and closer to that. Yeah, THT got the 114 ranks from Blacksage, but now he's coming for the other 33,000. That stun's gonna get him well on his way.
He's doing his best to make up for that difference.
No health. Or with V-trigger, goes forward right into the waiting fireball.
Round 2.
I was fully hoping for THTB to just continue doing those crouching shorts and then just do EXDP. I was hoping so bad.
Just get a little crazy with it, you know.
I mean, sometimes that's just how you gotta. That's how you gotta beat Corjam. Sometimes you gotta do the unexpected.
Yeah, but what happens here is perfectly expected.
Jab reset into command throw.
Command grab. Dead.
Final
DET dead.
fight.
Say DET.
Dead.
Dead. Whoa, no.
It's a counter hit, but unfortunately whiffs the command grab on the dash up.
Set of grabs. School's closed, but Corey's still teaching classes.
Oh my god. Corjam.
Disgusting.
Lara wins.
This character just feels like robbery. Your lead is never safe.
You expect this character to win Capcom Cup by playing honest footsies? No.
Round 1.
I don't expect anyone to play honest footsies. That's why we got so hyped seeing Sagat at Evo. That's about as honest as you get.
Shoutouts to Bon-chan.
Shouts to anyone still playing Sagat. Character got very little love.
Yeah. One of my favorite streamers, unfortunately made the switch over from Sagat to Akuma, and it was at that moment that I gave up all hope on ever seeing good Sagats ever again.
Hey man, at least we have 4%.
We do have 4%.
Ooh. These resets.
Round 2.
Speaking of 4%, we got 4% in the chat. What's good 4%?
Shout out to the best Sagat I know.
So anyway, THTB currently got Corjam in the corner. Corjam escaping with the EX elbow, getting the side switch. Giving THTB a little bit of a taste of his own medicine.
Pressure.
Now Corjam is very dangerously close to full V gauge. One single activation could end THTB's life on the winner side of the bracket. He gets the conversion.
This is set point for Laura.
Crush counter roundhouse. Gets him with the overhead flip.
Oh, good EXCP. When you need it, it's there.
Not sure I was a fan of that Raw Hoga show, but Corjam with the dash up EX command grab, you have so many frames to react.
Not online, you don't.
But not online, and that's why Corjam's gonna take it 3-0 over THTB.
You have 5 frames to react to online. That will be Corjam.
3-0.
Grands, winner's side.
Sitting in Grants. It's just like last week. Huh. Who would have thought? Okay. I think I'm gonna... Oh god. Let's look at the bracket.
So at this point, we are waiting for Mostafles and Gamma to finish, and then we'll probably have the winner of that versus Swoop, and then run it all the way through losers.
That appears to be the case. So, seeing as how we're gonna have a couple of different matches up,
Mostafles beats Gamma, so Mostafles Swoop.
Mostafles Swoop will be our next match on stream. Just before, it's getting pretty close to the losers finals. We're not quite there yet. THTB is still kind of sitting pretty in losers finals, hoping to get his run back. But I can
still just hanging out.
So I can only assume that I really need to like minimize the amount of scenes I have here. I can only assume that we're gonna have like Swoop versus Mostafles on stream because there's literally nothing else we could show on stream.
Yeah, there's going to be nothing else we can show. We are waiting on 4 rounds of losers, I think.
That is very much true.
So
Let's go ahead and invite those two.
I have Mostafles versus Mr. Swoops over here.
All right, seems like we got.
It's gonna be
It's go time.
interesting to see how this matchup goes. 2 diamond players, both very skilled. And Swoops is not waiting for you.
No one wants to be patient and let me do what I have to do to get the stream ready.
He's
Like no
forcing-
one wants to give me any time, man.
Stream running's hard. That's why big locals have production guys.
Yeah, I'm doing production and commentary. Stuff's hard, man.
Doing your best. I respect it.
Uh,
Respect the grind.
I do what I can. All right, give me just 1 sec.
Oh, have you determined what your emotes are gonna be? Or what you're thinking of as far as they go? Yeah, and as expected, we're gonna get Akuma versus Abigail.
Fight.
Abigail doing... Abigail pretty much being almost the keep-away character. It's kind of weird. But with those long arms, it's really hard to get damage from the soft. He's able to get decent pressure through his fireballs. Over at the stun. Let's see what creativity he might have to close this out. EX fireball. Not quite enough. Abigail EX punches. Calls in the tire. Not blocking it.
Woo! Oh my god!
Able to phase right through it.
Finishes it off with the overhead. Dude, I come back from like going to blow my nose and stuff, and then I'm seeing Mostafles with a massive life lead. Yo, let's freaking
Abigail
go.
just make it disappear if he's not careful. Yeah, able to... Akuma, one of those characters who gets hits fast enough to break Abigail's armor, so... Unlike Laura, I'm not going to have to take... Unlike Laura, pretty much not ever going to get grabbed by that armor. Can't really jump in. Oh, the big kicks.
Nice jab interruption from Mostafles. Doesn't quite get a conversion off of it.
No conversion at all. Throw.
Back throw into... It looks to be
Not
fierce.
death, but that is free tire.
Oh my god! Anti-air with a crouching fierce. My man, the swatting flies right out of the sky.
He might not have a full set, but he will definitely sell you one.
DavidSwoops once again armoring through his opponent's approach with the EX Abigail punch. Ooh, okay.
Get creative there.
So Mostafles able to navigate his way over the tire.
Once again, Mostafles with all the meter he could ever need. Can he bring it back?
Can he finish it with a demon?
Akuma, not quite the character he was last season. Or you'd almost say Akuma was still in the lead. Oh no.
Finish him with the demon. Finish him with the demon. Oh no.
And
He gets hit with the glorious command grab.
Abigail wins.
according to my sources, 6 long frames.
6 long frames.
That's what Dante said when we were sitting in the chat. I have no idea whether that's true or not. But
Okay. So it seems like Mostafles is just kind of lingering on the.
Expect a character swap. Nope.
Nope.
Round 1. Fight.
I mean, nowadays with the meta, that long screen freeze could mean a couple different things. It could mean a character swap. It could mean a V trigger swap. It could be a V skill swap.
Swap, yeah.
It could be any of those things.
I think Akuma might have swapped skills, actually. I think he was 1-2 before. I might be wrong.
Nah, it's stayed the same. It's still 1-1. Because you would have to go all the way back to character select in order to change it.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is a bit of an odd decision, seeing as how you can like quick select V skills and V triggers in training mode, but I don't know how this game like optimizes load times. Right?
It doesn't.
Yeah. Short answer, it doesn't. But typically, I believe the 1-1 combination is going to stay standard for Akuma. V Trigger 2 is only used by a very select few Akumas, none of which actually play too prominently at a high level, if I recall correctly. And oh,
Skill 2.
I hate to get hit by the hybrid charge.
That was
Round 2.
that was nice. Let's get damage.
So just remember, everyone, this set is a
It's only best of 3, right?
it's actually first to 2.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, best of 3 versus 2.
Yes. So
So Swoops is on set point.
Swoops is on set point right now.
Start the long march back. V trigger and full meter. Okay, there you go. Doesn't need to spend any meter. Get it done. Just pop that V trigger and away we go.
Making sure I let those two know that this is a first to 2, because I don't think I was given too much time to actually change settings.
They should know. EX punches. Ooh. Switching sides, but Akuma lands on a tire. You know, out of all the things that happen in this game, I feel like getting hit by a slow rolling tire is actually probably the least painful. I feel like that's the one move I've ever seen in the game that I could reasonably survive.
I mean, you also got the can, you got the bananas.
No, I think the can would take me out, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh dear.
B skill 2.
The hybrid charge is eating through all of
Abigail wins.
What a
eating through all of
move.
Mostafles' options, and
What a player.
that's actually going to be it.
Yeah, Swoops advancing.
We did not change the rules, but it is actually a first to 2 set.
Flames.
So making sure that these two are okay. They did actually exit. Okay, I'm gonna
Yep,
make sure.
now we've got Swoop versus Boots.
That appears to be what's looking like in the bracket. Swoop versus Boots.
So, Abigail G.
Abigail G.
I don't know how this matchup plays.
We did see this earlier on stream. This is actually a run back.
Okay, so I didn't see it because I was playing.
Yeah, you were busy. Like everyone on stream, though. You guys, you saw it.
Okay. So how do like G's like dashing charge moves interact with Tire? I assume he just gets hit by Tire every time, right?
Yeah, like that's one thing that was tripping up Dom a lot in their first set. It's just that he would just get hit out of his sequences very, very frequently.
No, wait, fuck. Okay, I
So-
messed it up.
So while we wait for these two to fix their little shenanigans and I get the scores all set up.
Okay, I messed things up. That's my bad. So. I accidentally pressed start and then I unstarted and then boot started. And
Oof.
then I pressed Y, which typically takes you to the menu, but instead started because he had started.
Just have Swoop kill you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Swoop kill me.
But I guess this is an appropriate time for me to thank everyone else in the chat. We currently have around 20 or so viewers, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Thank you guys for showing up, supporting the Ohio FGC, and our endeavors to try and keep meeting up, even though we have to deal with stuff.
Yeah, okay. It's probably the best way that could go.
It's go time.
Oh, okay, so he just pulled his Ethernet or something.
He probably did.
He's just like, wait, I already beat this guy.
We await your return, warrior.
Yeah, sorry, Swoops. My bad.
All right, it probably means I'm gonna have to switch names real quick. So let me just fix the names. So now we await for the return of Mr. Swoops, and for no more mistakes.
I'm sorry. I'm an amateur. I don't know what you're... I'm not used to this kind of professional stuff.
I would hardly call it professional, but
I'm out here commentating Smash locals.
oof.
They've actually been really fun. I'm kind of sad that... I'm sad about Corona in general. It's a bad situation.
It is bad all
I'm
around.
also sad because I've completely lost my Smash local.
Have they not transitioned to do... Dom, I swear to God.
That game is trash online. Yeah, no, we're not gonna have a Smash Online local.
Okay.
Stupid.
So the one thing I really feel bad about for people in the Smash scene is that you guys were gonna have a world tour this year.
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
This is gonna be our big year.
And Corona.
Yep. That's the way it goes. The second I finally locked down my main in Smash Bros. Was literally the week that Corona happened. Like the week the school got shut down was immediately after I found what my ultimate main is.
Yeah, the response from the US in regards to the virus wasn't really that severe until 3 months into it being a prominent thing.
Yeah, I literally found my main the Sunday before we closed down.
Oh Jesus Christ. So
Yeah, not opting for the cheat.
So let's see if traditional character archetypes can overcome the hulking brawler that is Abigail. BigBoots opting for E Honda in all of his degenerate Honda-ness.
Like a bad choice.
Corey and I were saying this before on commentary. Pretty much any matchup against either of these two guys' characters, it's just Unga versus more Unga. It's nothing but a gorilla fest.
Honda does it as well as anyone.
EX headbutt. EX headbutt.
Nope, dash in. Jabs.
Into an overhead. Okay, Ocho throw.
Round 2.
It's a big,
After getting him around. Oh no. There's so much meter being spent.
no
I don't
words.
even know what's happening.
No holding me back. No holding me back.
There's taunting.
Dom does not get any benefits from using V skill 2 more than once. He's just doing it to do it.
He's just using it as a taunt.
I'm guessing he tried to do like a dash up another like Ocho throw.
Oh no.
Okay.
Tire there.
V-Trigger 2 doesn't quite get through the tire, but it was a smart choice. I'm trying to think, does EX headbutt lose to the... Oh my god. Alright, Abigail sends the tire the other direction. Okay, EX,
Tire
Abigail,
is so loyal.
EX run punch. Unless DavidSwoops take it 1-1. I don't even have words. Al, I know you're in the chat somewhere. You have opinions.
Yeah, you joined our call for a brief second, didn't say.
He also dropped the follow on Twitch. So that's
I also did. I'll be honest. I've watched your stream once or twice without saying anything, but I keep forgetting.
Oh, trust me, I know. I always know.
Okay, bud.
Streamlabs tells me things. Anyway, enough about stream analytics. We got DavidSwoops locking BigBoots down in the corner, pressuring him with the jump-ins and stand medium punches.
So much jumping and so much spaghetti.
Abigail wins.
Game 1 to Swoops. Speaking of stream analytics, have you determined what your emotes are going to be?
I am actually in conversations with a couple of different artists right now for those emotes. So whenever those commissions get finished, I'm gonna be doing a poll, and
You commissioned them all.
well, I have a couple.
4 or whatever.
I have a couple of those ideas commissioned.
Okay, nice.
Basically, I'm gonna let my audience decide because they're the people that are actually gonna be like paying to use them.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Or at least Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitch Prime.
BigBoots with the EX Ocho throw, taking the first round, game number 2.
Round 2.
Yeah,
I'll
if
be
it,
honest, a lot of rounds have ended after exactly 30 seconds this tournament.
oh my god,
Paying attention.
Jesus Christ.
It's been like 4 or 5 of them. Just on stream. Mains in general, most of these matches have just kind of been ball.
Ooh. BigBoots trying to go for another meaty stomp. Gets punished out of it.
Combat rolling.
Reversing the tire, sending it off the screen. Doesn't quite get the crouching leg kick confirmed.
Okay.
BigBoots with able to demonstrate a very solid performance in the second game.
Game 2, we're taking pretty much all of game 2 in about a minute.
Yeah, just about. Yes, 8-bit sweater. We will have pretzel emotes, but they won't be pretzels because I have to compete with the pretzel emoji. Like, that's legit.
If the pretzel emoji's already there, it's almost redundant.
Yeah, that's why I'm not having like specific like pretzel like emotes. I have pretzel sub badges, which appear to show up for like regular subs, not always for like the Twitch Prime subs. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Then I feel like the general color of your logo probably wouldn't show up super well in Twitch chat.
Yeah,
It's like a dark red.
it is a very, very like rich dark red, which is
Like,
why
it
my
looks really good. It looks really good on like the off-whitish brown that you use for most of the like branding stuff. But, like I in general like your color scheme a lot.
thank you.
Whew.
But anyway, back to the match. DavidSwoops taking it very convincingly, maintaining his control over the match.
That's a general trend. It's like, BigBoots gets some pressure, he goes for one of those grabs. Swoops' general response seems to be jumping kick. Marking this thing.
Okay, Giant Flip manages to beat EX Sumo Smash. I was not expecting that.
This is full of interactions I've never seen before.
As is natural. I'm not sure a lot of us really see.
Close it out.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Swoops with the run-up command grab.
Abigail wins.
Unfortunately eliminating BigBoots from the tournament.
BigBoots taking 4th? Yeah, 4th.
EXDP pretzel.
So we'll have Swoop versus THTB.
And from the looks of it, this will be winners finals. Don't press anything. Okay.
Wait, okay.
It's go time.
That's what I get for forgetting that Swoops presses start immediately every time.
My man just wants to play.
My man has things to do.
He's here to get that money that we're not giving out.
Yeah, he's here to get that clout. The premium.
Let's do this.
Because we totally have esports money in the FGC, guys, right? Like, that's why we compete, right?
I mean, I have esports money. I don't know about anyone.
Well, yeah, you have esports money because you're like League of Legends coach for the UA Zips esports program.
The worst one. The worst coach.
I've had a couple of friends try to get me like a manager position in the esports program somewhat. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it though.
I think it depends on the game you have to do it for.
Yeah.
If you can do it for Rocket League, CS, I'd probably recommend it.
Yeah. Might be decent. I don't know. Anyway, we got Mr. Swoops doing his usual game plan.
They know this is specified, right?
They do know, and if they didn't, I already changed the rules before they started.
Cool. Tyre's setting him right up.
Round 2.
8-Bit Swears like I really wish that there was a tournament held at a Waffle House. Hey man, listen, there was one time where like me and 2 other UA guys, we went to compete in a collegiate Street Fighter tournament, and they kicked us out of their student union. Like we couldn't finish the tournament in their student union, so we jokingly talked about finishing the tournament in the Waffle House because it was right across the street.
Where did you guys finish that? Was that the one that was outside?
That was the one that we had to like finish at like a frat house.
Oh yeah.
See, my CSL experience has not been a positive one. I can leave it at that. And from what I've heard from other collegiate students in other games, it hasn't been positive for them either, which is very unfortunate.
It was not great for us. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, crush counter sweep conversion into button.
Abigail wins.
I think it was like a stand leg kick. I wasn't quite aware. I just know it was a crouching light.
Oh, he's got 2 sets of teeth. That's disgusting. I hate this kid. Swoops, go back, please.
They don't get rid of the bottles for the other teeth. I thought you knew that.
I don't like that at all.
Round 1.
You should see the Kappa Honda one. There's a mouth inside the beak.
Is there?
Yes. It's hilarious.
I hate you, Capcom. I hate you so much.
Capcom does what they can, okay? We're gonna get a matchmaking patch in like 3 days. It'll be fine. We'll actually be able to play this game online.
Maybe. You're hoping for a lot here.
EX Tatsu conversion to DP, a classic Sakura staple. I'm not really so sure that like Dante really wants to go for his usual like footsies game against Abigail because it's Abigail.
I don't know if you can go Dante's typical footsies game against Abigail.
Oh, I'm amazed that DP went over the tire. It just went completely under Sakura. But both characters do both have V-Trigger stocked, and
Oh no, landing around the tire.
this could be
Oh no.
Sakura EXDPing the tire, but unfortunately doesn't quite pay off for THTB.
Round 2.
DavidSwoops up 1 round.
Yeah, it needs a little bit more meter. Running up and punching her in the face.
Like all Abigails do.
The tail is all this time itself.
Oh my god. Kick the tire. Covered his jump back.
That tire is...
Swoops has a very like strong sense of when to use the tire. They basically gave Abigail an MVC. Oh my god. They basically gave.
Yeah, it's like a really slow assist.
Yeah, they basically gave him a Marvel vs. Capcom assist.
Oh, that was so close.
I almost thought that THTB was gonna get clipped by the tire right after his throw.
He did the last time. I think that was like a frame or two off. Like last time he did that throw, he got clipped by the tire. So that was a really good call.
That would have been so depressing.
THTB to do it a little bit faster. But not enough. Abigail, game 2.
Round 1.
Swoop fighting for grand finals.
Swoops fighting for his life.
Here we go. Now Dante's fighting for his life. Swoops is...
Well, they're both in the losers bracket, so technically they're both fighting for their tournament lives.
Yeah, but only one of them hasn't determined this game. Swoop still has time to adapt. For Dante, he's either adapted or it's too late.
It's adapt or die for Dante.
Oh no!
THTB gets hit by the EX Abigail punch. Chucking out these fireballs, gets snuffed by the jump HK. Dante not going down with the fight. Oh, but gets clipped.
OTG in this game. He got ambitious.
Actually, I think I've seen the EX Giant Flip actually OTG people if you don't quick rise.
Giant Flip can OTG. Chun-Li V-Skill 2 OTGs. One time.
Urien CA can OTG. Bulk Stomp OTGs. There's actually a decent number of OTGs in this game.
Yeah, not like...
It's just that most people tend to be really good about like quick recovering and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, very bold move with the jump back on THTB's part. He could have gotten clipped by the hybrid charge and... Oh, doesn't...
Oh no.
Doesn't quite get the jab confirmed. Swoops doesn't have full bar, so it's not dead yet.
Good reaction to the giant flip. Connecting with the DP. Staying alive. Set point for Swoops.
Set point for Swoops. So let's see if THTB has made the necessary adjustments. Throw another EXDP into stand roundhouse, jab, jab, into DP. Or it's like jab, jab, short. I don't know. I've seen the sequence from Dante way too many times to even care what it actually is.
He's very consistent.
He is very consistent. That is a crush counter punish that he has down to an absolute T, and it's very rare that he messes it up. Doesn't quite spend the CA though. Not quite at the point where the critical art will actually kill, so Swoops is saving it for that pinnacle moment.
Thank God.
Oh no! Hybrid charge eats through everything that Sakura throws out and goes for the CA. The stakes have been even. Oh, that'll do it. Swoops takes the set with a crush counter punish on the EXDP. That last Hail Mary, not enough to save our Sakura.
And your punishment is death. Well played from Swoops.
Well played from both of our opponents. Both players.
Yep, so now we've got Swoops versus Corjam.
Swoops versus Corjam, grand finals. Grand finals.
Yeah, Corjam, winner side. Swoops holding up losers. It's a pretty good run from him today, too.
It is indeed a very good run.
Would it be Mostafles, Boots? Boots again.
Double debuting Boots.
Also me.
Demolishing some very competent regulars in the Ohio FGC.
Absolutely. Yeah, double eliminating Boots and taking out Mostafles. Both pretty good wins.
Now these two did play earlier.
Yeah, that's true. Corjam 2-0 that set? Or 2-1 that set?
I believe that was 2-1.
Yeah, it was 2-1. I'm pretty sure. We streamed it. I don't remember.
Yes, that was on stream.
Yeah, it was 2-1.
So, not outside of the ability of Mr. DavidSwoops to come back and reset the whole thing. The question is...
Opting to go with this monstrosity of a skin once again.
So, here we are.
Just brawling a bit.
That's how you know that we're in grand finals here at Dragon Punch Online.
Dragon Punch Online 2. Not to be confused with the fighting game spin-off of Sword Art Online coming out next year.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Also not to be confused with Dungeon Fighter Online.
Though Nick wishes we would.
Though Nick very much wishes that we made that a regular game in our brackets. DavidSwoops getting the run-up command grab. Goes for the giant flip. Corjam freezing time with the V-trigger in order to know what his response should be.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that barely didn't kill. He keeps going for the hybrid charge.
V-skill 2 3 times. Dash.
Oh, gets hit by the crush counter. Not quite enough though. Oh, he doesn't block the second overhead.
That was so.
You never see it coming.
I need that on a soundboard.
What? You never see it coming?
I just need like a bunch of Persona 5 sound effects and like music clips on the soundboard. Better than that. So Corjam with a very solid offensive sequence. What was that?
Make it a donation sound.
Hey, you know what I could...
You'll literally never see it coming.
Yeah, I probably could do that.
Oh.
Probably would have to change the visual of that alert, but whatever.
Engage.
Corjam takes the first game. The very convincing 2 straight rounds. Now, this is Corey's chance to prove himself. Last time on Dragon Punch Online, he won off of an opponent DQ in grand finals.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's see if
Dropped, 1 round all tournament. It was the Swoops. So
yeah, only dropped 1 game all tournament.
he's here to call it a fluke.
Let's see if
Giant flip going right through. This is a particularly mobile space abomination.
that it is. Corjam goes for the neutral jump, tries to set up for a command grab, doesn't quite get it. Swoops slowly establishing all that he needs for a comeback. Just the V skill 2 tire and a dream.
Good tiger. Good.
And just like that, with one single tire exchange, DavidSwoops has slowly evened things back up in his favor. Doesn't quite get the kill though. Oh, whiffs the meaty stand medium punch. That could be all that Corjam needs to get everything set back in his favor. He lands a command grab and takes the round.
After that, after getting that fully charged armor break, I thought he was good.
Round 2.
All the block breaking would be enough, but not quite. Eating the entire bowl. EX punches.
It's just a bug bite. That man, it's just a mosquito bite. Ooh, neutral jump. Doesn't quite get a punish on the overhead flip from Laura though.
Good damage. Tire comes back.
Nice anti-air on the flip from Corjam. Sets up his offensive sequence. So Swoops does have... he did have EX meter, was gonna go for another Abigail punch, but that is vulnerable to lows. Yeah, Corjam predicting that his opponent was gonna go for EX Abigail punch to try and reverse the momentum. But that Abigail punch is very vulnerable to lows, to which Corjam responded with a crush counter sweep.
And thus Corjam takes game 2. This is
This is tournament point.
Round 1. Fight.
yeah, indeed.
Seeing a lot more back fierce from DavidSwoops, more than we have this entire tournament. I'm guessing he was just trying to make attempts to reflect some of the thunderclaps.
Oh no.
But Swoops appears to be okay. He had the raid that time and went for a backdash.
Tire. Skill 2.
Corjam knows what's up. Knows how to get through that tire setup.
It's going for the tiger. Tiger.
So Corjam.
And imitation Blanca Ball will take the round.
Yep. Corjam showing his confidence, pulling off a raw CA.
Round 2.
Also known as easy rolling death cradle.
Yes.
With white effects.
Yeah, Corjam with a very solid read on Abigail's approach. Punches have probably...
Grab after grab. Punch after punch. Almost stunned.
Is Corjam gonna do another EXO? Oh.
Swoops gets out. Resets neutral.
Corjam just playing it safe. Doesn't have to do much. He has a massive life lead. Doesn't have to work too hard to get the W.
Just a bit too much, and that'll be it.
That takes it.
Takes it 3-0.
Corjam is your champion for Dragon Punch Online 2 Street Fighter V Champion Edition.
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
This is on electric because Laura won.
Good lord. Congratulations once again to the University of Akron's own fighting game coach for Street Fighter V, Corjam.
The Laura standby. Happy to finally be playing a good character.
Very much so. Very much so. So with that, I want to thank you guys all so very much for joining us for the second edition of Dragon Punch Online. I'm going to try and let me try and like host a stream over to someone else. Let me see what good Street Fighter V play we got going on Twitch. If you guys have any suggestions of who you would want to host for SF5, feel free to drop those suggestions in the chat. I'll be happy to follow through with them. Let's see, we're gonna try and keep it in Street Fighter V for a little bit. We got a lot of really prominent streamers here. 8-Bit Swear saying to raid me, but I mean, I'm already streaming from myself, so
I don't even think you can mechanically raid yourself.
that requires some like special meandering in order to do that. Let's see.
Over to Van Street Battle. It's a Vancouver online local.
Man Street Battle?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm down with that. Alright, so with that, we're gonna...
Either that or Rushdown. Those are my point.
Ooh, wait, Rushdown streaming? Yo.
Yeah, Rushdown streaming Urien. I just noticed that.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna let you guys decide. One's in the chat for Vancouver Street Battle Online, which is, I'm guessing, Vancouver's online tournament series.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much what they're doing.
Yeah, and 2's in the chat to see Rushdown V2. I think Rushdown just playing ranked. So 1's for the Vancouver guys, 2's for the for Rushdown.
Yeah, I'm going to head out. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Special thanks to Mr. Town Crier.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Yep.
I'm seeing a lone 2 in the chat. Yes. Whatever you think. Seems as though has the chat reached a universal consensus? Have we decided that we are going to raid Mr. Rushdown, or Urien? I think with that, I think the chat has spoken well enough. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. Tune in probably next week where we will have another Dragon Punch Online. Be sure to keep tabs on the University of Akron's Fighting Game Club Twitter. I can't speak words today. Be sure to keep tabs on their Twitter for more updates on the latest for Dragon Punch and all of our tournaments that we will be hosting online. We typically host Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, and Dragon Ball tournaments every single week. You can find the Street Fighter V streams over here on twitch.tv/ShaolinPretzels. If you want to get notified whenever those go live, be sure to drop a follow. If you want to potentially enter these tournaments, be sure to keep tabs on UA_FGC on Twitter for the latest on whenever those events will be coming up. So anyway, I've been your commentator, Shaolin Pretzels, and I will see you guys all next time.